ChillCheney, man, thank you so much for coming on for a chat.
Thank you so much, Michael, for having me. I appreciate it.
Let's start with where it all began for you musically. Like, what made you want to jump into rap out of all things?
Yeah. So it really started with me interested in Justin Bieber, One Direction when I was in primary school, following the trends and all the latest pop bands, singers and all that. Then my friend introduced me to one of Tupac song and I was like, wow, the beats, the lyrics and all that. I was like, it's crazy. I think it was staring through a rear view or something like that. But that blown me. I was like, holy, wow, that's so cool. Then I wanted to study more artists, Eminem and all that. Then I'd eventually host these freestyle battles at school, and I lost all of them because I was horrible at freestyling. I could not rap at all. I was spitting these weird rhymes out that didn't make sense in a sentence. I was freestyling and all that. But yeah, that's where it all started.
Yeah. Well, I could imagine what you were 14, and then like
Yeah, yeah, I
the
was
concept
14.
of rap could have just been all completely new to you. So we could have had a pop version of ChillCheney if you didn't
Exactly.
find rap.
Exactly, 100%. I could have been following Justin Bieber, Kid Laroi, One Direction, all that sort of style. But now you got rapper Lance, rapper ChillCheney.
Do you think it would have changed or would have been different if you went down the pop route?
So, I feel like there would be the beats would be definitely different.
Mhm.
Um, as terms of the arrangement and the typical style, I'd say it would have its I don't know, that would link. And I'd have more sung choruses as well. Definitely it's something I'm interested in, the pop rap sort of scene. I'm definitely interested in that. But my style now I'm really invested in and I want to try to sort of explore that pathway a bit more as well.
Mm.
So yeah.
What do you do all your own hooks? So like, hang on, I might be messing this up a bit, but you've got, I think it's like the hook, the verse, and then is it the hook again? Is that how the structure of rap works?
It depends really. Normally sometimes I have a hook verse hook. It depends for my hype songs, I love having a hook at the start. I just love the build up from the intro then straight into a hook. Then for my chill songs, I just like a verse first, then a hook. So it really varies, but yeah, it really depends how catchy the hook is.
Hmm. And how do you initially write a hook for a song? Because I feel like that'd be the hardest part. Like
It's definitely
you could piece together a whole thing, and then you've got like this
100%.
one part.
Exactly. It's definitely the hardest part for me. I'm still learning to write hooks. It takes me forever to write hooks, but for me, I just try to hum it in my head or just flow with it. Just think of a flow in my head and I'll be like, oh, that works. That doesn't work. Normally it takes me a couple hours to write a hook, to be honest. So I'm trying to figure out a quick way to write because my mates, they just think of it on the spot. I'm like, how do you do that? It's insane how they do it. And I'm thinking, takes me a couple hours to write a hook. I need to learn how you do it. But yeah.
What comes first, the hook or the title?
Um, oh, that's interesting. Probably the hook. Um, but yeah, maybe a mixture actually. It depends how I feel on the day. If it's a really personal song, I like to think of the title first because it's a personal I really like the title of it. But if it's a song that I just want to write, then probably just a hook. So it varies, yeah.
Yeah. You have recently just dropped your EP, your Heavy
Mhm.
Heart EP. I do
Yeah.
have one question about it, and then we can dive deeper into it. But who were those kids at the start in your intro? Are they just some sampled kids, or you just went to the
Yes,
playground?
they were sample kids because I was with my producer in this room and I was like, yeah, I need it creepy. I gave him a lot of horror movie references and all that. And I was like, I want it to sound creepy. So when I perform this on stage, it needs to be dark and like very I'm really a movie guy. So I love those hard hitting bangs, those hits and those scary type of influences. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. Then he did it.
Yeah. Well, out of the whole album or EP, what would be your favorite song?
Um,
Because I've got
to me,
mine.
yeah, you got yours.
Yeah.
It'll probably be different, But to me, I really like I Miss You because it's really personal and it's what I spent most of my time growing up with, and I love the storyline with it, and I love the hook with it. Um, but like for radio, probably same shit would be my favorite song for the radio and that I want to like sort of promote. Whereas I Miss You is like my personal favorite, where I don't think it can be promoted as much because it's really personal and really lyric heavy. So yeah.
My one would have to be the one you did with Quinta. Am I saying that
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just, I feel like he breaks it up a little bit. Like we've
Mm,
just had like the whole EP of just you,
yeah, yeah,
hook and
definitely.
all, and then now
Yeah.
he's kind of breaking. I feel like I vibe with that one the most.
It's so interesting because like that's getting a lot of rotation. That's getting rotation on radios and getting a lot of radio plays like that song. And I was like, no, this song's not going to be the best. I was like, want to win, same shit, like every other song but that song. And I was like, wow, it really surprised me when people replied back to my email saying, I want to play this on rotation, I want to play this on radio. And I was like, okay, you do you. I'm happy
Yeah,
with that. Yeah,
yeah. What people like, what they like, I guess.
exactly.
You say radio play. Where have you been posted up? Well, who's been
Um,
playing your
so
stuff?
So, to Triple R, my brother Mark has been posting my stuff. I've got an interview with him on Saturday actually, so that's going to be fun. To SER, been on rotation on their daily show, then like been on another radio program on there. 4ZZZ, trying to get on FBI, but they're really difficult, so I'm trying to get Quinner actually. He's like a manager and all that, so he's going to try and push me to FBI and Triple J and all that, but I haven't had any luck with them.
Oh, that's sick. Like I know, like Spotify numbers mean a lot, but so does
Yeah,
radio play. Like if people are
100%.
willingly out there playing your music,
Mm.
your I think off the top of my head, your 52 monthly listeners don't mean shit because you got
Yeah,
radio play in front of like a couple thousand or million
yeah,
people. So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that.
And with a semi radio background of myself, I know that radio play pays out more than Spotify play.
Yeah, I really hate Spotify. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the 0.007 cents or whatever you have to earn, like, yeah, you're not gonna earn much unless if you make like 500,000 streams or whatnot. So like I'm not really trying to bother with them too much unless if I like make like editorials. I guess it's good to like promote yourself and all that, but like with money wise, it's so difficult.
Like you put in 1,000 to get back $10.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like putting in money on like, Spotify playlists or anything because like it's not worth it, to be honest.
What's been the hardest part about the music industry? Speaking of putting up money, but like what's been the hardest part about this whole process?
I feel like just like um getting a trustworthy fan base and like showing people your music has been really difficult because like I'm the person that doesn't like to show people my music unless if they ask for it.
Hmm.
So like that's been really difficult because like I feel like that me, I haven't got enough tension with my music and I feel like that there's so much more growing and developing as an artist and just like learning new styles and all that. So definitely those few things I just said.
Yeah. How are you finding the social media side of things? You on TikTok? You on
Oh,
Instagram regularly? Like,
yeah, I'm on Instagram. Instagram is probably my favorite because like I feel like it's just easier to connect with like my audience to be honest and just like message them, post stories and all that. I'm not really a TikTok fan. I know it's easy to get like popular on TikTok, but I've never really delved into TikTok or anything like that. But yeah, I feel like Instagram's like sort of my platform.
yeah. Well, all the gurus say TikTok is easy to grow, but it's also
Mm,
just as hard. Like,
yeah.
you can get millions of plays, but ain't no one going to follow you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's, yeah, plays over followers are completely different.
Yeah. I'm just worried on spending too much time watching videos. That's why I'm
Mm.
on TikTok, but I don't use it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't,
you're on TikTok.
yeah, I probably like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't use it because like I'm scared on watching like videos and all that, and I don't want to really waste my time doing that.
Yeah,
Because
Facebook.
yeah,
Facebook brought the reels over, and then I sometimes just get stuck in the Facebook reels. I'm just like,
100%.
shit.
especially when your personality is like when you have like this addictive personality. That's me. Like I'm addicted to a lot of things like games and all that. When I was younger, I got addicted to them. So like with reels and videos, I'll get addicted to that so easily.
Yeah, easy. But I usually save this for the last. But since we're talking about fan bases, do you have
Mm.
anything to say to your ever-growing fan base?
Yeah, definitely. I always like post like these messages to them, even privately and like on my Instagram and Facebook. I always be like, thanks for always sharing, thanks for always believing me, thanks for joining you and supporting me and like helping me grow as an artist and just like being there for me since the start, you know. Because it is really difficult for an artist, especially like a hip hop artist. It's been difficult for them to like grow and to like know their style, know their sound, know what to do next. Because it's like always like a step that you don't know what you're doing, you know? It's sort of like trial and error. Like when you're trying to place a when you're trying to place a foot in front of you, it's like trial and error. You don't know what you're doing. So I appreciate everyone always just reaching out, commenting, sharing, even one play. Like I don't care, like just for listening to my songs, I guess.
Yeah, well said. And to
Mhm.
anyone who isn't following you, what do you have to say to them?
Check ChillCheney out right now.
Yeah,
No,
well,
no.
after this, after
Yeah,
this.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that's like as you said, it is hard to get into hip hop or any music genre or in the industry in general. But
Mm,
I feel personally, I feel every second person I know is a rapper. Like that's just me. And I feel like the market is just as flooded as dance music artists.
mm, yeah, no, I agree. Nowadays, yeah, rap is an evolving genre, you know what I mean? Like it's trending. Like some rap songs are classified as pop songs now, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because it's just like popular in that sort of instance. So yeah, I know what you mean, 100%.
Yeah. Um, do you have any advice for anyone who wanted to get into the music industry?
Um, I definitely feel like networking is a big part of it. Just like going to gigs, going to events, like it depends because like if you want to like it depends what they want to do. If they want to be a rapper, if they want to be an engineer, if they just want to do it as a hobby, it depends what you want. So you need to figure out like what you want first. Then like if you want to be a rapper, go to events, go to gigs. If you want to be an engineer, study an engineering course, like do something, watch YouTube videos or whatnot. If you just want to do it as a hobby, like go for gigs for fun. You know what I mean? Like there's like it depends what your goal is. So like that's my advice that I've finally realized over the last couple of years. Yeah, and find a mentor as well. Like I haven't really had a mentor in the music industry, so it's been difficult. So it's taken me a bit longer to find my sound and all that. But I've been surrounded with lovely friends that I study at
Hmm.
and that have helped me grow in the process. So it's been great.
Yeah, I feel like networking is key.
Mm.
Most people I know through other people, which is
100%.
exactly what like the most people I speak to are through other people. And yeah, networking is key.
Yeah,
And
network is so important. Yeah,
yeah, and promoters ain't going to book you if you don't show up to their shows, hands down. So show up.
definitely. 100%. And that's what I'm trying to do lately,
Yeah.
trying to show up to every gig I can as much time as I have. So yeah.
What was your first live show like?
Um, oh, yes, my first live show. So I performed. Have you heard of Rock the Block in Redfern?
Nah.
It was like a whole festival lineup. So this was my first ever gig, and it was like probably like still my biggest performance to date. It was like 1,000 plus people at the event, and I was like performing in front of one. I was like at 3 or 4 o'clock, so it was like the busiest time. Um, and I was trash back then. That was in 2018. So my sound was like so bad. It was so horrible. So I was performing live, did a couple songs. I was supposed to do like a 5 song set. So I sent the DJ my songs and all that. Um, then the person I was running it was like, "Oh, sorry, we're over time. You need to hop off stage." And that just like put my mood so down. So she basically kicked me off stage. It was really embarrassing actually, because like I didn't know I sounded bad. Like I thought I was just a cool rapper and all that, but like I was looking back at that video like maybe like a couple months later, and I was like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Like I sounded so bad. But it's good because like I knew my growth. Like a couple months later, I was like, yeah, I've grown from that. So it was a great experience to take.
Over time.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
just
that's
wanted you off the stage.
yeah, 100%. Like they didn't kick anyone else off stage. They had to
Yeah.
kick me off stage. So like that was the signal. Yeah.
Oh man, that's shit. But as you said, you learned from it, and that's the most important part. Most people would take that and then quit.
Yeah,
Have
100%.
you ever felt like quitting? Like just giving
Yeah,
up, just doing a
a
normal nine
lot
to
of
five?
times. Yeah, like when my mental health is affecting me, when I was going like through depression, anxiety, and all that, like I was like, nah, this music's not for me. Like there's so many people that are doing better than me so easily at such a young age that I feel like music wasn't for me. But like I've had to keep having that headstrong. Like the next day I'll be like, no, this is for me. Like I need to keep pursuing. I need to keep driving. I need to have that aggression and determination that I've always had. But definitely like catch me on an off day, I'll be like, damn, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted from this. But like I know deep down, like I'm gonna keep going, like no matter what. Like even though I have that state. So yeah.
Do you think you could ever stop?
I don't think I will. Because like I feel like there's no reason to stop something that you love.
Hmm.
Um, and to stop your passion. So I don't think I will, unless if like my vocal cords get infected or something like that happens. Um, touch wood. But yeah, something like that. But no, I don't think I will.
Yeah. And what's your writing process like? Like, where do you write the most, or where do you come up with your ideas the most?
Um, it really depends. So sometimes I'm at Studios 31 writing. I'm just kicking back in the studio, just writing. Sometimes I'm at my home studio, just writing. Sometimes I'm in the car waiting for someone to write. It really depends. So, um, but lately I've just been in the studio, just writing at Studio 31. But like the process that I do is normally I have like the simple beat, like the drum, the melody, and like that. Like sometimes I get a producer in, sometimes I do it myself. Then I start to write lyrics and I just think of like a storyboard, like what I can write about. Um, then I just record, then like I normally edit the beat later, be like, yeah, that fits my vocals. I can chop that out, I can do that and all that. So yeah.
No, that's interesting because everyone writes differently. Like I hear a lot of people say they come up with their best ideas in the shower or something
Mm,
similar to that. But like, I couldn't imagine. Like, I sit here and mumble shit to myself all day long. And
yeah,
like, but I couldn't imagine sitting down and writing a full song. Like, I know songs have gotten shorter. They're like the most they are now is like 2 minutes. But like,
100%.
even that itself is difficult.
Yeah.
How do you piece
Mm.
everything together to make it sound like a story?
That's been difficult for me. Like the first few years of rapping, it's been difficult, especially not having really any mentors in the lyric sort of scene. Normally like a storyboard helps me. So like I write like intro, verse, chorus, bridge, whatever, whatever. And I write like the overall theme, what I want it to write about. So like for example, if I want to write about like a friend betraying me, then like I would split that and stem off that and be like, oh, how's a friend betrayed you? Or like what has he done? What can you do to fix the situation, like etc. And they come in the verse. And like I was watching a sort of doco on Nas, and he was like, it was like a masterclass, and it was like, be as specific as you can. Like, I want to know like what color the jacket was. I want to be how it felt, how cold it was. Like he wants to be really specific in his lyric writing. I was like, yeah, I want to try and use that as well. Like just be so specific in my lyric writing. So that's what I'm trying to do lately as well. And that's what I try to do with the EP, just be as specific and storytelling as I could.
Yeah, literally telling the story like you're reading
Yeah.
a book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. We basically are authors. So
yeah.
like I try to include that. Yeah.
So basically, your whole EP is an audio biography
Yeah. That's it.
or audio
It's
book. Yeah.
yeah. It's a world inside of ChillCheney. Exactly.
And who's your inspiration? Like, where do you find the motivation and the inspiration to write?
Um, I feel like I've always had something to prove because I've always been like the person like just pushed to the side and always been like doubted and be like, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. So like I've always had that inspiration just to be like, just to show people that like I can make myself out of something and just like follow my dreams and just pursue what I want to do. Like not listening to my family, my friends, the general population. Because like a lot of people want me to like have full-time jobs and all that, but like I know like there can be a full-time job in music. It may not be rapping, it may not be producing, but it could be something else. But like, yeah, just having that inspiration, just pursuing that passion that I want to do something that I love. Yeah.
How do your parents feel about you rapping? Because I
Um,
know they're probably big on full-time job.
exactly. Yeah. My mom wants me to pursue physio. So like
Mhm.
I'm studying physio as well. I started that in 2018. 28, yeah, 2018. But yeah, she wants me to do like full-time job and all that. She's not really happy with it. But it's okay because like that's what I want to show to her. Like I want to show that I can make six figures or whatever it is within music, you know what I mean? Like it may take time, but like I want to show them that I can do it.
Hell, 10 years' time, you could be in the green room doing some physio work on someone else before you're set. Like,
Exactly. There's so many avenues that I can explore. So it's good like I'm having like a mixture of things as well. 100%.
man, that's crazy. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, though?
5 years. Um, when will that be? 2027.
Holy shit. When you say that number, it's just like, wow.
So far away.
Yeah.
Um, I remember writing on like there was this exercise that I had to do for class last year, and it was like, where do you see yourself in 1 year time? When do you see yourself in 5 years? And where do you see yourself in 10 years? And I remember writing on 5 years. I still have the document somewhere on my laptop, but it was like, I want to like tour nationally. I want to be on Triple J on Earth. I want to be like well known in the industry, have like as many connections as I can, and have like a fan base that is trustworthy and that will support me and where I can reach out to them. And hopefully like have like two phones where I can actually message my fan base as well because I want to connect with them, you know. I want to talk about the day to day. Like obviously not do it every day, but like have like a specific day set for them. Like not like every week or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like where I can speak to them, where I can engage with them and all that. So that's what I want to do. Like and mostly tour nationally, become rapper, producer, engineer, and just keep developing my skills.
Yeah. I do want to ask, you say trustworthy fan base. What is a trustworthy fan base?
So you know how people classify it as like super fans and all that,
Mhm.
and like regular fans and all that. So like someone that will invest in me and that keep on believing me and that's always there for the process, even though like I may not always be on social media or whatever. Like someone that trusts that I'm still there, someone that trusts that I'm doing things and still putting out good music and always just being there. So yeah.
That makes sense. Like you just saying trustworthy fan base. I'm like, what? You trusting him with your bank details? Like, like
No
how
way, no
trustworthy are you
way.
getting?
Not giving my bank details out.
But yeah, man, touring nationally is a big deal if you could make it. It's so hard for musicians in Australia to get anywhere. And there's a big
It
reason
is.
a lot of artists move to the States because
Mm,
you can tour 52 states over
yeah.
our fucking measly five.
No, I agree, but like there are a lot of like suburbs that are like, for example, Newcastle and like Sydney, like they're both in New South Wales, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of like regional places as well. So like those 52 states from USA can be 52 places in Australia as well. So
Very true. We are very
yeah,
remote.
yeah. Even there's not as much people, but like yeah, like I don't feel like the need to move international when I already know quite a bit of connections here. I know like my fan base is here already. Unless if I like become like the next Kid Laroi or something that just like blows up into like international, then like I don't see myself on wanting to move there.
You blow
Mhm.
up. Next minute, you blow up. Bye, Australia.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Then I'll plan to do another tour in Australia. I'll still tour here. I'll do like a world tour.
Exactly. But only do the East Coast because no one goes to the West. No one
That's
goes
it.
to Perth. Poor Perth.
That's it. Yeah. There are a
Speaking
lot
of,
of good
uh,
Perth rappers there that like,
oh, definitely.
yeah,
Like, like,
definitely.
like every state has their rappers, and
Mm.
Perth has some like heavy hitters when it comes to rap.
100%. Yeah. Amazing,
But
amazing hitters.
speaking of small venues and stuff, I did read in your bio that you rapped at an award ceremony.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Um, yeah.
what was that performance like?
That was interesting.
I bet. I just picture people sitting there waiting for their awards, and here you are,
Yeah,
just like blasting up on stage, just going
it was
100.
yeah, it was interesting. So like I performed at like a couple of those events. And that was basically like uni events. It was like an award ceremony. I feel like people didn't really like rap and I was still developing my craft. So that was 2019. I was still like learning my style and all that, figuring it out. Um, but yeah, it was all chill. I had to wear like this like typical work clothes with like a tie, a white button-up shirt with pants and all that. Um, but yeah, it was all right. Then I like performed at like a uni ball as well, which was cool. Um, yeah, that was fun as well. You had to dress up and all that as well. So yeah, they were both fun.
Yeah, I feel like that'd have been wild. Like as you said, not many people were into rap, and then here you are just jamming rap down their throat. Like,
Because you never know. There's always like one person in the crowd that be like, "Oh yeah, I like you. I like you. I like what
like
you're doing."
50% of people would be like, "What the hell is going on? What was our budget for
Um,
this?"
It's so weird. People always like congratulate me after my performance,
Hmm.
especially then. And I was like, did I really perform that great or what? I don't know what happened there. So, yeah,
Yeah. Um, Man, before we wrap this up, I do have a bunch of 4 questions I usually hit people with. I don't know if you've
that's
listened to the
all.
show before, but what's your favorite food?
Oh, food. It depends the day, but ribs,
Oh man, I could go with some ribs. That's a good
ribs.
one. Yeah.
What is the ribs and hurricanes? Hurricanes. That's like the ribs there, amazing.
Where's that?
It's like in Sydney in the Ryde area. It's
Okay.
amazing. It's amazing ribs. Yeah.
I'll definitely check them out. um, Disney Plus or Netflix?
Netflix.
What are you watching?
Netflix. At the moment, everyone's talking about Stranger Things. So I was like, all right, I'll watch it. I'm up to season 1, but
Oh,
I'm watching it slowly. Everyone's
man,
talking about it, so I need to start from the start.
the last season is just fucking wild. The last
Okay.
episode is 2 hours.
Oh, oh wow,
Two
okay.
hours. Like I was shocked. I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch this on my lunch break, 45 minutes. And then it's like 2 hours. I'm like, oh
Understood. So even you're talking about it. Literally every person I know talks about it. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it now.
man, the
Gave in.
first episode of the last season of season 4, it's
Yeah.
just wild. Like they're just like, I don't want to ruin anything, but like it's just like straight up, they just changed their pace. And it's just like, here's some horror. And you're like, what the hell is this? Like I was scared at one point. Like, what the fuck am I watching?
It's like another movie.
Yeah. I was like,
Wow. Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
I'm so keen now. I'm so keen to see it.
Season 3 was a bit of a write off. You could just like, yeah. But season 4, they kind of came back swinging. It was decent. So yeah, that's why everyone's talking about it, because it's good. Yeah. PlayStation or Xbox, man? You said you were a gamer at one point.
Yeah, I used to play Xbox, but I started with PS1 and PS2. Then I switched to Xbox 360. I guess because I got them all for free and I didn't really have a choice. So that's what really led me.
You gaming now?
No, no, I'm not gaming because I'm really addicted to games. So I told myself I can't do it anymore.
what
Otherwise, I
was
spend too much time gaming, not enough time music. So
what was your
yeah,
addiction?
I'm just like constantly like wanting to win and doing better than my previous score. And I'm like, oh, I need to do better. I know I can do better. So then I'll play for like hours
What game was
nonstop.
it?
Call of Duty, Grand
Oh
Theft
yeah.
Auto,
Yeah.
quite a bit of games and like those games on your phone as well. I got addicted to like so many of them. It's ridiculous.
Man, I've
So
got like 100 of them downloaded that I've started, put a lot of
100.
time in, and I just never go back.
I know those ones, yeah.
Yeah. What's your biggest conspiracy, man?
Ooh, conspiracy. I don't know. I like to believe aliens are real.
Mhm.
sometimes. So yeah, that's what I like to think.
Yeah, aliens.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to blow your mind, man, because they are real.
Okay.
Like I could literally start a whole conspiracy podcast just on aliens itself. But yeah, like, man, have you seen any of the videos? Like, do you go deep into YouTube? Like, you would get
No.
so addicted if you did.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I try to leave myself off it. But yeah, no, I need to watch some more YouTube videos on aliens. I'm
Definitely a
really
dangerous
interested in that
spiral.
stuff. Yeah, I'm interested in that stuff, especially watching bloody Stranger Things. I don't know if they're called aliens yet because I'm up to season one, but they look like aliens. So
Yeah. Is this your first time watching Stranger Things? You said you're up to season 1, so like this is your
I
first run through, yeah?
literally watched it like 2 days ago,
Oh,
three
jeez.
3 days ago.
And what do
So
you think so far? Like how you vibing it?
I like it. I really like it. I feel like there's a lot of tension. It's really interesting. It's yeah, cool. I was watching it with my girlfriend actually. Actually, I'm up to season two.
Mhm.
The start of season two. Yeah, I was watching it with my girlfriend, and she's like, "No, that's enough. I don't want to watch it anymore." So I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it by myself then." So
Yeah. I
yeah,
feel like
I'm
after season 1, a lot of people fizzled out, and then only
yeah,
like the true people started following the rest. Oh, you're in for a
definitely.
treat, man. It's good. It's good. Season 3, not so much, but the rest of it's good.
Oh, damn. I'm so keen. I'm gonna watch it after this actually.
Before we wrap this up, man, when would you say you've made it? Like, when would the end all be all for you?
I feel like there is no end all be all because like I will never be happy in a place, but I feel like to say that I've made it is to support myself, my family, and my friends. I always say that to people because I always get that question. I always be like, yeah, I want to support myself, family, and friends with the music income, but I know there's not going to be a end all for my music sort of way because like I know I always can reach the next level. I know I can always jump over that hoop or whatever. But yeah, to start off, to know that I've made it is where I can support myself financially and my family and friends.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
last one, 100% last one.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you after this EP? Like, you just dropped your EP. What's next on the table?
So I'm actually hosting my own gig, EP launch at Lazy Bones in Marrickville.
Mhm.
So hopefully that'll be a sold out show. I'm trying to get some support acts and all that, but really I just want to keep performing because I realized how much love I have for performing after I just recently performed for Drapht. So I was like, that gig was amazing. I was like, I had so much adrenaline and all that. So I was like, yeah, I just want to keep performing, keep doing music and all that. So yeah, I'm keen to just keep doing that.
Man, how the hell are you going to hit me with, I just performed for Drapht at the end of this? Like, what the hell? How did that happen?
Oh yeah, that just yeah, he just messaged me. I was messaging his manager, then I commented on one of his posts and I was like, yeah. Then it was like, yeah, hey bro, are you still keen to perform? I was like, bro, why wouldn't I be? You know what I mean? So yeah, he asked me out to perform for his Sydney show. I was like, sick. I'm down. And it was such a great performance. I loved it.
Like, you kind of just threw it out there, like, yeah, I just performed for Drapht and I just became more hooked on performing. It's like, what?
Yeah, I
Just-
don't see what I mean. I don't like to talk about myself too much. I don't like to talk about myself up too much, so I just act so casual. But yeah, nah, that was like I was when I received the message because I was drinking that night. I was like, nah, I feel like I'm drunk. I feel like he messaged me and I was drunk. I was saying things. Then I checked the next day. I was like, shit, he actually messaged me. Then I checked the next day and I was like, he still messaged me. I was like, this isn't real. Like I didn't believe it, but yeah, he did message me, so I was like, sick.
No, that's wild. What's it like performing? Were you before or after?
Like right before him.
Right before.
Yeah,
What was it like opening for Drapht? Because that in
it was
itself
amazing.
feels heavy. Like,
It was heavy. There was a lot of pressure because there's this guy called Gracie before me, and he was amazing. And I was like, bro, I'm not ready for this. Like, I'm not like 10 minutes before my set, I was like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to like perform for them. And then I was like, okay, I need to cheer myself up. I am ready. I am good enough. I can show these people everything. So I showed everyone my energy, and yeah, they ended up liking it. So it was great.
man, imagine if you came straight out from the side and just tripped. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, that was embarrassing. I have nearly fallen off stage once, but yeah, luckily I didn't do anything there.
that would have been like, that's it, I'm going home. Like, do you keep going with the show, or do you just like?
No, I'll still go with the show. I'll just laugh it off, to be honest, but I'll be embarrassed deep down.
Oh man.
Yeah.
ChillCheney, man, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it.